Welcome back. You're watching Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. I'm John Tobacco. Still covering our top story today. Roger Stone sentenced by Judge Amy Berman Jackson, 40 months in the pen, $20,000 fine, 250 hours of community service. We haven't got any reporting yet on what the president's saying, but we're keeping you up to the minute as we get information on that. We just had on Dr. Jeannette Neshwa, and she was talking about flu season, and I've been focusing on the corona. I think it's overblown a little bit, this coronavirus. We had Tim Henschel on just a couple of weeks ago from hotelplanner.com to talk to us about any changes that he saw in the international travel, and to bring it right here to our shores and see how seasonal adjustments to this new corona fear are happening. Is Joe Lucci. He's the CEO of Charter Linkz. They're a nationwide ground transportation company, A-rated with the Better Business Bureau, best in the business. And Joe, you guys are doing these all kinds of planning for these big corporates, events, political and otherwise. Anything that you can see, you spent 20 some odd years on Wall Street, you know the economy as good as anyone. Anything you could see, any effects from this corona fear striking the transportation business?
Well, it already has, right? So there's a travel ban. And ultimately, you have a lot of tourism that's coming into the major cities. They're coming from China, they're coming from Japan, and it's been affecting the markets so far. Getting into the political season, there is a lot of mobilizations when it comes to rallies and campaigns and large events. But the season isn't really full-blown just yet when it comes to chartering buses. That happens more towards the April, May, all the way through December timeframe. And that's when, hopefully, the tourists come back. But coronavirus has made a major impact right now, here and now. And the prices of charter buses have gone down considerably because of that.
So there's been some other decent offsets. I mean, oil prices have been stabilized, so gas costs aren't really killing the ground transport companies. I know insurance is always a major issue.
Killer.
And you guys, you do a lot of contract work for government agencies, right?
Yes,
Is the government work still the same?
So we have contracts with all different types of companies. Railways, we do bus bridge transportation for railways that go out. If they have an outage, we have to essentially bridge the gap from Station A to Station B. Government contracts, unions, we're mobilizing a 50-bus move, picking up in points all across the 5 boroughs, heading up to Albany. So we cover the gamut from a basic school trip, going from New York down to DC, sports, group sports, all the way to, like we said, we've even done marketing mobilizations when it comes to wrapping buses. We just
wrap up maybe a liquid lunch bus.
That's what we're doing. That's how this all started. Right? That's all this all started.
So yeah, but I talked to Tim Henschel. You know Tim Henschel from hotelplanner.com. You guys work together on this big group stuff, right? And Tim said the same thing. He lives over in China. And he was saying it's definitely going to have an effect on international travel because, the U.S. basically doesn't want them. You had airlines who are kind of stopping flights from China. Now they're quarantining people coming in. You think this could have a prolonged effect, Joe, or you think we can get this behind us?
I think just watching your show, I think everybody's making a big to-do when it's more people are dying from the flu. Knowing me, John knows I'm a borderline hypochondriac. Put on a mask. Put on a mask.
Well, hold on, Joe. If you're feeling like that, we have these as, in case any of the guests want.
I will be walking out. I will be walking out
with the mask on. But are there any of the transportation companies, and you know what? It's really important because people don't realize this who don't get into it, but when you watch the transportation index on the Dow Jones and you look at, trains, planes, and automobiles,
right,
that's usually like an early indicator of something bad. Like oil prices go up, you're going to see the transports going down. You have these stuff like this. Transports are like, like an early canary in the coal mine. But do you think trains, you said, sometimes when the train, are they becoming almost a thing of the past for personal travel? I know it's good for cargo and the trains stay on the tracks, but
just judging from my own experience, sometimes when you just want to jump on a train to go down to DC, it's you can get a flight for just as cheap, depending on if you have any fear of flights and stuff. But I would say for the most part, I would say train to certain areas is probably going to stay around for quite some time, but coach buses are always the most cost-effective way to travel.
All right. Well, that's former Wall Streeter who knows a heck of a lot about the economy and is keeping the buses on time from government agencies to political campaigns and unions and all that stuff. Joe, thank you for your insights.
Thank you
really
for
appreciate it. Check out Charter Linkz. If you need any nationwide ground transportation, they're great guys, and tell them you heard about it on Liquid Lunch. Joe's also a friend and a fan, so he'll treat you like family. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with more Liquid Lunch for you right after this.